For a good long while now, I've wanted to do a breach indicator type situation with space engineers. A lot of space games and sci-fi, when a wall is breached, then the doors in that room will close. And with the new Space Engineers update, where they've added the event controller, this is now really quite possible. I'm going to show firstly closing the airlock door, or opening the airlock door. So this room is now filling full of air, and then these doors will open because these areas are all full of air. I haven't done every door here, but if I open a door like this, this will depressurize, and the other doors will close to compensate while it repressurizes. It's pretty cool. The logic for this is actually really simple. Once I've explained it, I'll bust a hole through the wall and you'll see this ship compensate. Let's close the airlock door. So these doors should now open. There we go. You can see the ship is now, it's possible to go anywhere. So yeah, the logic for this is really quite simple. Essentially, you take your vent in each room, and vents have they have actions which, in Keen's Eternal Wisdom, are not annotated at all. This one is when the room is pressurized, or can be pressurized, I suppose, and this is when the room is depressurized. I say can be because when you're on Earth, or an Earth-like planet where there is actually oxygen, you're in a third state that is neither of these, where the room technically can't be pressurized but is still pressurized. Anyway, that's besides the point. So once you go into this menu, you can put down any block. I've started to put down these indicators, and then you set up the action so that the block turns on when it's pressurized and the block turns off when it's depressurized, and then you have an idea of whether a particular room has air pressure in it. The naive thing to do would be to open and close the doors based on whether the room is pressurized or not, but that doesn't actually tell you much because it could be a different room that is that actually has the breach. So you can only open, the condition I'm using is the door is open when the rooms on both sides are pressurized. So for each of the vents, I've got a numbering system that's based on a coordinate system here, 1.3.3, 1.2.3, 1.3. You set up the indicators for both sides, and then you set up your event controller. You set it to block, on-off switched, and then you add the two rooms on either side of the door, and the action that you set is opening and closing the door. And that's it. Yeah, let's bust open a wall here. There we go. If I repair this, the window back in. The room should repressurize, and then the rest of the ship will open. I should point out, and I'll show this actually, because this room is the only one that's depressurized, the rest of the ship is actually totally traversable once it pumps the air back in. There you go. So you can walk around the rest of the ship, and that one air breach has been contained. Alright, hope you enjoyed.